I'm Holly. Mute for 1 sec.
I'm on mute.
No, I'm on mute.
Hold on.
Okay, perfect. There we go. Now we got it working. Well, no, because I could hear me coming through yours.
You can still hear you coming.
No. Before you just did what you did.
Oh, okay.
So, like, test. I'm not hearing anything coming through.
Okay.
Let me go to chats quick. Anyway, hey everybody, I'm Holly, aka the Scientology Geek. I am here with my wife, Carmen, today, my sexy, beautiful lady. And today we are going to do an OT420 stream, which means everybody grab your choice medication or your choice e-meters and go into session. We are going to be looking at Scientology's propaganda today, kind of the same stuff that I was looking at with Amir, but since Carmen wasn't part of that, I do want to get her opinion on it all. On Scientology's propaganda.
Oh boy.
So what I want to start with is successes at FLAG. These are the people who have done the studying course, so they teach you how to study.
For anyone who's ever wanted to train, now is the time.
The training that was added to my processing completely changed my life.
It's like breathing. You have to do your training. Training is over 50% of the gains that you can get from Scientology.
You have to be able to get the data from Ron, know it, understand it.
All right. Actually, before we start, everybody, I would like to OT420. So, Carmen, if you would like to join me, feel free to grab your thingy and let's do it. Changing the title. Scientology propaganda. And let's restart the video. 3, 2, 1.
I'm good.
To think we stood... Hold on. We stood right outside this fucking area here. This is where we flipped them off.
You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure we still have the pictures of us at that.
Oh, we absolutely do. They're still in your vacation folder.
Yep, I was gonna say you could probably bring that up too and show it. Bring that up. Bring it up on the chat right now while we're doing, or in the not on the chat, but you know what I mean, on the video while we're doing this. Show everybody that we were there. Oh, and you know what's funny? I had purple hair then too.
Yeah,
ain't that some shit?
That's how they called you out. Look at that. Beautiful, sunny Clearwater. The other side of it that isn't infiltrated by the nonsense and the bullshit. I don't want to see that.
That was so cool. I love that picture.
This is when we ran into Erica. What'd you say, babe?
I said, look, that looks so cool, and then there she is. I forgot her name, but she was so sweet. She was an amazing lady.
Yeah.
Just standing in the road.
Yep. Her name is Erica. And then we have the Sandcastle. This is one of the places they go for advanced level processing. So this is where they're doing some of their OT level stuff or their solo knots.
Where's Flag?
This is the Osceola, another processing facility, I think. And I think it's also a hotel.
Oh, look, there's my gorgeous wife giving the flag the finger. Isn't that shit? Look at that. Oh my god, I was chunky. Dude, that's so cool, though, that we were there. Oh. Yep. Oh, yeah.
There we are, just flipping them off.
Yep, fuck flag. And the rest of Scientology. All right, let's go back to the video now.
Oh, look at it.
Alright. Dude, that was... Wow. Look at your smile, though. You have the most infectious smile on the planet. It's literally the perfect shape.
I look like a serial killer.
But in a good way.
What does that mean?
Because, girl, you slay. Damn, I'm good.
Got me with that one.
Yep. Dude, I'm the king of cheap one-liners. I love them. Oh my god, there he is! Mark Bunker. Right? Okay.
Oh, he was so fucking awesome when he gave us that tour and that little fucking Mexican place he took us to. I don't remember what it was called, but it was super, super good.
All right, back to the video.
So this is the reception area. This is where you're going to walk in, but everybody here is holding their course packs. These are all of your bulletins and policies that people are reading from Hubbard to fucking do their shit.
For anyone who's ever wanted to train, now is the time.
The training that was added to my processing completely changed my life.
It's like breathing. You have to do your training. Training is over 50% of the gains that you can get from Scientology.
You have
Now, and that's another thing, a cultural thing, is so yesterday when I went over PRLIs, I showed that you can't be any other religion. Scientology puts such an emphasis on training that when you look at the point of the Student's Guide to Acceptable Behavior, point number 14, where it says no religious practices or anything while on course, you're always training. You're always on course. You're always learning. So therefore, you basically have no time to do anything else. And if you came to fucking flag to do it, you're definitely fucking, yeah. What's that say? Hang on. Just reading.
So, random question.
Yes.
So, are all of these people in these ads and propaganda bullshit all paid actors and are not affiliated with Scientology, or do they still have Scientologists that do this?
Oh, no, these are all, this is literally all Scientologists.
Okay, I didn't know if they were doing like paid actors for this shit, because if so, that's actually even funnier.
I'm sure they have some somewhere, but in like other Scientology tech films and stuff like that, but
It's
not
like-
in the success stories. These are real Scientologists.
to be able to get the data from Ron, know it, understand it, drill it, do it 100%. And without study tech, you're not getting the data correctly. You just can't be sure that you have it 100%.
No, it's because if we don't tell you how to do it, you're not going to do it the way we want, and there's going to be problems.
Is that because the way they want to do it is fucking retarded?
Yeah, basically, pardon the PC language, the non-PC language, everybody. That's just
Like, our human brain automatically wants to see logic, so they just try to force the illogical on you to the point like that's all you know, and it's kind of sad, really. Like, they literally force you to believe bullshit.
and they force you.
Everything, like, it's so illogical that it's like amusing to me that people don't look at it and just laugh. Like, at what point do you start believing this shit? Like, that's the problem. Like, I don't get it.
Buenos dias, madre. I see you in the chat. And Carmen, could you ask your question one more time?
I was saying, like, to me, from someone who's never been religious of any kind or any whatever, I can't understand how people read the stupid illogical bullshit that Ron says and types and whatever the fuck, and they look at that and then go, huh, I can believe that. Or, like, how did they not just laugh? Like, how does the common person who's already an adult read that shit and believe it?
It's like the Bible. They cherry pick the parts that work for them, and the parts that don't, they discard and don't worry about all the parts that don't, and they just talk about the wins that they've had.
My shit's not.
It's all confirmation bias, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but it's like, I guess if you grow up in it, you have no choice. That's all you know. But like, as a fully formed like adult, like I guess if you're really truly desperate, but even then, I feel like even if I was homeless, if they came to me and I read that shit, I'd be like, that's fucking stupid. Like, no, go away. I'd rather believe in an actual God.
Guy's
This-
name
Name is Ron.
Your guy's name is Ron.
Dude was bumping AC/DC and shit. Like the fuck.
like what?
Like what is this?
They trickle in the BS really slowly and under duress. Yeah, they basically
It's-
are in ruins. When you are dealing with something that you can't fix or solve yourself, you come to them for solutions.
you know what's bad when even the Mormons look at it and go, "Yeah, you're retarded."
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry. Like both of those have got to be the biggest jokes in the world. I'm sorry. I don't care. Hate me all you want. That's right next to what's the other one there? Oh fuck, I can't remember what they're called now. But either way,
what, Jehovah's?
yeah, there you go. Yeah, those. Those have to be like, I know most religions, at least most other one of the 10 trillion religions there are, they at least have multiple gods and they're entertaining. The just one shit is stupid.
So if you did worship, you'd be a polytheistic worshiper. You'd be worshiping
Well,
multiple gods.
Because, like, you got to think about it. At least if you have multiple gods, you can come up with multiple ways to have bullshit. Because then you can just create a new god out of thin air. This is just Ron saying a bunch of bullshit that doesn't make sense. At least when you have religion, at least they try to make it make sense.
Let me find.
Like Scientology doesn't even try to make it make sense. They just flat out say they basically say this is dumb in the worst possible way. Like, I don't know.
I gotta find this lecture transcript.
I hate how my M key doesn't work apparently.
Your M key doesn't work?
Like I can
Oh, now it's working.
I don't know why it does that.
All right, anyway, back to the video. Back to this man who is actually named Tom Cummins. And then this woman right next to him here, this Sea Org member, she is the course supervisor. So she's the one nagging you to find all your misunderstoods and shit. Because that's the whole point, is if you don't agree with Ron, you have a misunderstood. And you need to figure out what it is. And they basically define shit until you agree with it. That's how
I see Antic said something.
they trick them first with the fake Oxford test, then say what they can fix them. Yeah, no, they trick you with the personality test. They have you come in, tell them what's wrong, and then they try to sell you the solution. Like for me, I got recommended the success through communication. No, sorry, I didn't get recommended success through communications. I got recommended the problems of work course, which is that little tiny book that they have that's luckily not nearly as bad as Dianetics.
That's when they hold the cans, right?
Dianetics?
No, the personality test.
No, there is no cans in the personality test. It's just you filling out 200 yes, no, maybe questions. It's the one like, do you browse railway timetables or dictionaries for fun?
I just remember the fucking episode on South Park and Stan's holding the cans. That shit was fun.
Yeah, and if you remember, he was only holding the cans after the Scientologist examined his test and said that he seemed very depressed.
Yeah.
And yet what's true for you is true for you. Yeah, that's a very common phrase in Scientology, is what's true for you is what's true for you and what you have observed. And then it falls into Hubbard's definition of integrity.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, I've observed a lot of trans women. They seem to be real. I'm pretty sure, I think I'm a trans woman, so I'm pretty sure all of those things are true. Does that mean they're all right now?
It means what, but you don't understand that trans people are out of valence. They're not who they're supposed to be. They're not.
But then that's not true anymore.
I know. And like Antic said, so many contrary statements so they can pick and choose the policy that suits them.
Unless you have your study tech in.
When I was going through the course,
Look behind the dude standing up. But yeah, behind the dude standing up, picture of Ron. Told you, he's in every fucking room. And they say he's not a messiah figure. Hello, Professor Kakan. By the way, you still owe me some stories, and I would love to hear them from you because that would be awesome. So whenever you get the chance, I would love to hear from you.
I realized that study was a ruin for me. I remember doing the student hat pre-GAT2, and there was a
Pre-Golden Age of Tech Phase 2.
lot of waiting to use the computer, or, oh, go ask this supervisor, or I would even just read something and not be able to find it in the dictionary and think, oh, I'll just make it up. But with this dictionary, literally everything is in this dictionary. You don't have to leave your seat.
This time was unlike any other times I've done the student hat. It would take...
Mind you,
I am dying, bro. I'll just make it up.
he just admitted to doing this course multiple times. You should only have to do this once. That means he got to the top of the bridge or somewhere on the bridge and he got sent back down to do it again.
Times.
So he's sitting here. He already listened to Ron rambling on for 9 lectures in the student hat course. And now he has to do it again. Because they came out with new stuff. There's new tech out there. They figured out how to do it so you properly can duplicate and understand everything. No, it's just a fucking money grab. And you're at flag too, so you're doing like the one that costs 3 times as much.
I've done the student hat. It would take months and months and months to do. This time it was a few weeks.
Imagine doing this bullshit for months. Sitting there with the clay table and the demo kits and the supervisor nagging at you. And this is just one course. I said this is just one course. And
It shouldn't take this many months, man. Kid can't even read. Like, what the fuck?
well, that's the point. You're supposed to learn. You're supposed to know how to read because you have to follow along. And if you don't understand a word, you have to be able to look it up.
I feel like illiterate people would still be able to read this shit and know that it's bullshit.
I mean, you're not wrong, but there are different methods of word clearing based on someone's literacy.
Now, how does this work with deaf and blind people? They don't tend to like people with disabilities, do they?
No.
Yeah, disabilities don't exist, I bet. Or they at least think they can cure one of them.
Scientology is here to make the able more able.
I don't even got nothing.
But they want a world without insanity, so they don't want any insane people, but they, by their own doctrine, refuse to treat the chronically insane. One of their fucking processes for dealing with like a psychotic break is take a walk.
To where?
No, just walk. Just take a walk and like focus on your environment type shit. Type shit. There I go again.
Fucking type shit.
Antic said, Kakan made me want to go back to the start, and I just realized this is Carmen, your wife. That's so exciting to find. I'm surprised, Antics. I thought you've already seen her before. But yes, everyone, this is my wife. She's hot, and I love her, and she makes me happy. And now I get to geek out on her about my weirdness after already taking her to get stalked by the weirdness. Oh, she's turning the camera off. But, all right, back to, now, mind you, these are the disc players for the lectures. You have to learn by, like, actual reading and study tech. You have to learn how to operate these. You have to, like, read either the manual, not the manual, but just whatever they give you to teach you how to operate the disc player. So you now have to word clear how to operate the disc player before you even start listening to a single goddamn lecture.
Trust me, I know Holly's amazing. Antic said, Carmen, Holly is amazing. Yep, of course she is. Do you hear her?
She's my adoptive mother. She's supposed to say that.
I would get through tapes and, you know, one course period, I could do a whole tape.
Before going.
I'm not lying.
We're never gonna get through this video. Oh god.
I have seen her many times in your background and likely as a guest, but didn't realize it was her if I did. Yes, she's been in my background many times. I've been living with her. That's how that works.
Tech phase 2. There was one section of the lecture which took me a whole course period to get through. It was 2 paragraphs.
2.5 hours.
This time,
She said it was 2.5 paragraphs.
2.5 hours, 2 paragraphs. That's how long a lecture period is. A study period.
2 paragraphs. I mean,
you realize how many fucking words she must have looked up or gone to the fucking clay table for, and how far into the fucking word chain she must have gotten? So there's a thing that they try to avoid in Scientology. It's called word chains. It's when you're reading something and you don't know a word, so you go to the dictionary to look it up, but their problem is in the definition that applies, there's a word you don't understand, so you now have to look that up and clear that, and it can just keep stretching.
I just got one question now. So having to sit there for 2 hours, how do they deal with dyslexic people like myself? I mean, for fuck's sakes, I'm going to read the word wrong about 200 times because I'm getting the letters mixed up. So like, at what point, like, what the fuck? Does that counterbalance now? Like, am I just going to start getting it right because I'm reading it wrong on accident? Like, what the fuck is that shit?
Knowing you fucking would. You'd get to the solution with doing the problem wrong.
Like, I would accidentally read it correctly and it would sound wrong to them. And then I would read it wrong trying to read it correctly again. And then it would make sense. I would get done with that shit in less than 2 minutes on accident.
Don't forget the spot checks. The supervisor will come up to you and ask you what random words mean. And if you don't know, you have to clear it. Now, mind you, the way to clear a word properly. So you have the word, you don't get it. You go into the dictionary, you find the definition that applies. You make up some sentences in your head. They say up to 10, usually, to try to show that you like understand how to use the word. You look into the etymology of the word. Oh no, that's after. Hang on. So once you're done with that definition, you go to all the other definitions in that specific word in the dictionary. So you have to word clear, not just the one that applies, but every single one. And you have to do the same thing. Use it in sentences until you understand how to use it properly. And then when you're done with all of that, you have to look into the etymology of the word. You have to look into if there's any idioms that the word is in.
That is too much already. That's too much.
Do you understand why it took 2.5 hours?
I still, like, I hate it. I fucking hate it. Who wants to do that?
What does it say? I knew it was your wife in the background, but she's off in the dark or just walking through, so didn't really pay attention. Fair enough. I think I've seen her as a guest once, but didn't realize it. I came in after intros, likely. Yeah, you probably did. Anyway.
Let's try to get through the video, because it's probably not going to happen with me.
It took me 5 minutes.
As it should have. 5 minutes.
All right. Let's see what else this fucking...
I couldn't believe it.
It was like he was communicating things I've never heard ever before. There were concepts he was communicating that I know for a fact I never got in the last 16 years. And now I know actually how to apply what he says. For the first time, I actually am in communication fully with LRH.
You have a relationship.
You're in comm with LRH.
Ron. And
sorry, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, what is comm?
Communication.
Ew.
never have I ever been so in calm with him. And we're just rocking through this tape. And I mean, it got up and I finished the tape and I look up and there's still another hour left in the course room. It was like...
I can almost guarantee you that you had another like 5 tapes to get through.
Unheard of. This course is so easy now. It's not even funny, and the beauty of being able to be there and being calm with a man as great as LRH, talking about this amazing subject matter only as he could.
It's how to fucking study. And it's your fucked up way of doing it. It is not the fucking, like, discovery of fire.
And it totally duplicated. It was one of the finer moments I've ever had in Scientology.
was studying the most basic level courses that you could study. Wow.
Have the consideration anymore that it's going to take a while to get something done. I move very, very quickly through my studies, and I fully duplicate and understand what I'm studying.
I am now in my pro TRs, and it's moving like a dream. I couldn't believe how fast I was actually getting through the theory, and it's because I was able to just read it and do it.
I can pick up any subject and I can study it. It opens the gateway to the future study.
The world is large. There's a lot of moving parts on it. There's a phenomenal.
Also, Carmen, to your question earlier about how do they sell this BS, they literally hypnotize them. Hubbard was an expert hypnotist.
Amount of data out there, and your willingness to reach into these areas goes up markedly because you don't have any back off.
For me, it's by far the most important course in all of our religion.
Babe, do you have any back off?
Look it. I don't get like I just I'm trying to like stay interested in what they're saying, but I'm paying attention more to the stupid shit in the background that has like it just looks weird because what they're saying just sounds dumb. It literally is just going in one ear and out the other for me. Like I don't
by far. And it's something you don't wait for. It's something you go get right away. Right away.
There's a esprit de corps here at Flag that you're not going to get anywhere else in the world.
When you walk in here, it's technically perfect.
It's real.
According to their own doctrine, it should be perfect in every single org. So the fact that it's only perfect at Flag is technically a problem.
But he specifically said technically perfect. What the fuck is technically perfect? I'm technically perfect.
Technologically.
I know, but it's just the way that they talk. It's fucking bass backwards. I don't understand.
Redefinition.
Yeah, they're a fucking cult, all right. Jesus.
Really a distraction-free environment. You are taken out of the universe and you are put into the Flag universe. And when you're in the
have you ever thought of your school classrooms as a universe, babe?
As a universe?
Getting pulled out of the universe into your classroom universe?
I mean, only when I was high. Like when I was high and like I had my backpack, I could stick my face in my backpack and ignore everybody. Yeah, it felt like a universe. You could say it then. But no, other than that, it was more like a fucking jail cell. It was a prison. Except I could leave. Scientology, it's even worse.
You got me with that, except I can leave part.
I'm saying, like, even in real prison, you have a chance to fucking leave Scientology. You literally have no choice but to escape. God forbid you've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. Jesus Christ, dude, they might know some weird shit about you that you admitted to that doesn't even exist probably in a past life. That a Thetan fucking did something weird. Who knows?
Babe, just read that comment on the screen.
They never consider themselves different species of human. Oh, they even consider themselves a different species of human. You're starting to sound like a lot of people did in like 1928. You know, especially on the Western German side.
They call them the new people, Homo novus, new man. And they say that Homo novus is as far above normal as normal is from the clinically insane.
Sounds clinically insane.
You are fully.
It sounds fucking narcissistic.
In the course room. Everything is perfect from start to finish. Everything dovetails one to the next. There is no reason to slow down. There are no stops. Everything is just straight shot from the bottom to the top.
What the training does, it gives you the true answers to living. Processing takes the death part away. The training brings the ability to live.
What do you mean it takes the death? Oh, processing helps you fucking remember your fucking past lives and shit. And helps you fucking be an advanced operating Thetan when you die.
Can I say something? So, you want to know why the like past lives shit is like complete bullshit to me. When I was a little kid, I used to tell stories about my past lives and just say crazy shit to my family. My mom will even tell you some of the stories I used to tell them. I was like 3 fucking years old. That's the type of brain level that is. Okay? I was like 3 fucking years old. I could barely form a sentence. And they believe that. There's no way. There's no fucking way in hell people are sitting there, honestly, in the back of their mind going, that makes sense. No, it doesn't.
Do you realize how common it is for pre-clears to go back into their past lives and think they were Jesus?
Yeah, I'm sure. Have they ever met a Jesus? Probably not.
So even beyond racism, they practice speciesism, and they would rather have you dead than incapable, and they consider all the rest of us as subhuman and incapable. So that's how exportable we are to them, and can be weaponized even against their own morality.
Life. That's what you get in the course room. You have to have that. If you want to be happy or successful in life, you've got to be in that academy or you won't. It's that simple.
If you don't study our shit,
rewind 5 seconds.
Yep.
To be happy or successful in life, you've got to be in that academy or you won't. It's that simple.
Was that as far back as you wanted me to go?
Yeah, you're fine. That was just, I don't know. The audio sounded weird to me for some reason through my headset.
But yeah, so he says if you don't do the academy, basically you're going to fail at life. If you don't train to be an auditor, you're going to fail at life.
But I mean, I don't understand what is failing at life.
They consider flipping burgers failing at life.
But they make more money than you.
Well, not this guy. This guy is a big donor. He's a big public donor.
Yeah, but he probably already had a real job before he went into Scientology.
Oh yeah, of course he did.
You know what I mean? That's the thing, though.
He's not a staff member.
See, that's the thing, though. I bet you this motherfucker he only shows up for the video. He goes home. Like, the fuck? He looks like he's like a poor man's John Travolta. Look at him.
Poor man's John Travolta.
Yeah, I'm You're not definitely not an actor. Look at the way he's standing there, just all blank face. Like, you just were so emotional for like 2 seconds, all happy and shit, and then yeah, you want that shit done and over with already. I feel it. You don't want to be there.
It brings an alarming take on clearing the planet and Hubbard trying to steal an H-bomb. What? Excuse me?
Like hydrogen bomb?
He was trying to steal it. Antics, could you send me something and elaborate on that further? Because if that's true, oh my God. Speaking of Ron, here's a video about Ron. As any understanding of a religion includes an understanding of its founder, we present a brief chronology of Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard. That he does not meet prevailing misconceptions of an aloof and contemplative figure is intrinsic to his character. For here was a man who maintained that no life form must be lived life. Just that second paragraph, hang on. That he does not meet prevailing misconceptions is intrinsic to his character. So are they in a way, are they trying to say that all of the things people actually say about Hubbard because they're actually true? Is this their way of saying they're lies?
He was born Lafayette Ronald Hubbard on March 13, 1911 in Tilden, Nebraska. He spent his formative years.
He started a religion. Fucking born in Nebraska when Nebraska was actually a state. Like, not fucking old religion. Fucking new shit. Like, literally, the fucking 75th anniversary of Dianetics was last year. They've only been around for 75 years.
In a rough and tumble Helena, Montana, where he rode barely broken range broncs at the age of 3.5. As his mother was that rarity of her time, a thoroughly educated woman, he was also reading well beyond his years. Philosophy, science, and the pillars of Western literature, all in an effort to satisfy a rare and abiding curiosity. As his father was a United States naval officer, he was further afforded a then rare opportunity to travel, crisscrossing a...
Nah, babe, go ahead and say it.
No, we're good, babe.
Okay.
It's fine.
America's diverse communities in the teens of the 20th century. At the age of 12, he entered the Boy Scouts, first leading his troop to victory in a regional scout advancement competition, then representing scouting to United States President Calvin Coolidge. But it was his 21 merit badges that most distinguished L. Ron Hubbard at this juncture of his life. For just days beyond his 13th birthday, he became the youngest Eagle Scout in American history. It was another distinction entirely, however, that set him on the first leg of his life's course. Specifically, when an American naval officer who had studied under Sigmund Freud introduced young L. Ron Hubbard to the theories of psychoanalysis. Although left with many unanswered questions, here was the moment when his enduring interest in unraveling the mysteries of the human mind was born. His father's naval career provided the next avenue of inquiry, in particular, a Far East assignment allowing the 16-year-old L. Ron Hubbard a chance to visit Asia. It was land still steeped in mystery and rarely seen by Westerners, yet pursuing very fundamental questions on the origins of man and the ultimate source of life. He trekked more than 250,000 miles through India, China, Japan, and the Philippines, into many remote cultures and much arcane wisdom, including Vedic hymns at the root of mankind's oldest beliefs. It was also through these travels he gained entrance to forbidden Buddhist lamaseries in China's western hills, and there witnessed wonders beyond any known scientific explanation. Shortly after his return to the United States in 1929, he entered George Washington University as an engineering student. It was a rigorous curriculum of scientific methodology, the very tools he needed to examine human thinking with unerring accuracy. Here, too, was one of America's earliest classes on nuclear physics, through which he embarked on yet another investigatory trail.
Do you realize something here? If we go back and listen to exactly what they said about Hubbard about the program that he took.
It was a rigorous curriculum of...
They said it was a rigorous curriculum. That's it. Do you realize they never said if he passed, failed, dropped out? He fucking dropped out of college.
Scientific.
As they all, like, literally all do.
Did this in such a way so as to not say that.
Methodology, the very tools he needed to examine human thinking with unerring accuracy. Here, too, was one of America's earliest...
Wait. So, he went to learn about, like, psychology and shit, right? Was that the right, correct words that I would use that they're completely avoiding because apparently they don't like psychology?
Engineering degree.
Like, but psychology, they don't, like think about that, right? They don't like that, right?
Correct.
But that's literally the whole point of this, though.
Buddhist lamaseries in China's western hills, and there witnessed wonders beyond any student. It was a rigorous curriculum of scientific methodology, the very tools he needed to examine human thinking with unerring accuracy. Here, too, was one of America's earliest classes on nuclear physics, through which he...
All right, what was it? 58, he made the request, and a year later, L. Ron Hubbard Jr. fled as he was afraid for his younger kids. I might be off a year, so don't quote the date. Okay. Professor Kakan, thank you. Hubbard flunked the course. That's what it was. He flunked like the course in atomic theory. But they one of the like the credentials they like to give him is like this nuclear physicist.
Marked on yet another investigatory trail. This one to isolate a postulated life source, theoretically detectable in small energy particles. Yet laboratory experimentation was by no means all that occupied his university days. Beginning in June of 1932, he organized the first of several expeditions to remote and primitive lands.
One of them, what the fuck was it called? The Colombian Motion Picture Expedition, was going down to try and find, I think, treasures from the Spanish ship, the Spanish Main. And I don't remember exactly what went down, but it just didn't go well. It was just a disaster from beginning to end.
Initially, a 5,000-mile voyage into the Caribbean, where he mingled with a people predating Columbus by at least 10 centuries. Next,
what?
Yet laboratory experimentation was by no means all that occupied his university
Wait, you need
days.
to back that up. I'm sorry. We need to hear what he said about Columbus.
He organized the first of several expeditions to remote and primitive lands. Initially, a 5,000-mile voyage into the Caribbean, where he mingled with a people predating Columbus by at least 10 centuries. Next came Puerto Rico, where
the natives of the land. Their people predated Columbus.
Okay, I was trying to figure out, like, the way that was worded in my head was like, how the fuck did he do that at, like, 10
how the fuck did time travel backwards?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the fuck? Like, that's what I want. Like, shit. I fix a lot of my issues right now.
Not only conducted one of the island's first complete mineralogical surveys, but also studied yet another ancient culture deep within the hinterland. Then, taking his thirst for adventure to the skies, he became America's 385th licensed glider pilot. Heralded by newspapers of the day as Flash Hubbard for his aerial antics.
He gave the nickname to himself.
Bro. They're gonna take that name and turn it from Flash to something else. Like, really fucking fast.
No, just use the negative connotation of the word flashing someone.
How he would be a flasher, wouldn't he?
While as a barnstorming sensation of powered flight across rural America, he mixed with still another slice of society. Then, leaving university in the depths of the Great Depression, he began his career as a professional author, turning his true-to-life exploits into high-action tales for magazines of the day. Tales of adventure, tales of intrigue, science fiction, fantasies, westerns, and even the occasional romance. As an undisputed legend of American...
Based on what you already know about Hubbard, would you ever want to read a fucking novel written by that man? Especially a romance novel?
A romance novel? No, because here is wah, 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 wah. That's all I'm gonna hear, because he's got that weird nasally voice that's just boring. Like, he sounds like he wants to be an interesting sounding man through a carbon microphone, but he just couldn't buy the good microphone, so he's talking through a cup. Like, that's what he sounds like to me. He sounds like a cup on a string. Like, what? No, I don't even, because that's all I'm gonna hear.
You won't believe how many times they've had to, like, edit and how much they've had to fix on the original lecture recordings because they were such shit quality.
I bet.
Pulp Fiction, L. Ron Hubbard wrote it all. Indeed, with more than 300 novels and novelettes to his credit, so prodigious was his output, he was eventually authoring stories under 15 pen names, and so filling whole magazines with his work. He was also scripting matinee blockbusters for Hollywood, and otherwise leaving an indelible stamp as an author whose career would span 50 years.
Yeah, he's writing them, doesn't mean they went anywhere.
Just as exploits fueled...
Well, they were just in Pulp Fiction magazines. They were meant to be like one-off stories and stuff.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. He was like also like writing like what, plays and shit they were just saying? And then they showed like a bunch of posters of shit that I guarantee you he didn't write.
Stories under 15 pen names, and so filling whole magazines with his work. He was also scripting matinee blockbusters for Hollywood, And
Matinee blockbusters. That's like plays and shit. Like, he's writing those too, but then you're gonna show like, I swear, like this man, it's not like they actually went to go see this shit. There's no way.
Wait, what does that say? Professor Kakan says, I read Buckskin Brigades from my elementary school library. It was okay. That's one of Hubbard's Westerns.
Oh, he wrote Westerns too? Jesus.
Yeah, like Johnny the Town Tamer.
He's still got nothing on Chuck Tingle.
Goddamn right. Chuck Tingle's a fucking G. None of his scripts were made into movies. He lasted only a couple of months.
otherwise leaving an indelible stamp as an author whose career would span 50 years. Then, just as exploits fueled story ideas, so his stories funded still more exploration, until he was regularly crisscrossing the country to live extreme adventures and mix with people as far afield as Native American tribes along the Alaskan Panhandle.
And constantly just ditching his kids. Just leaving his kids with his first wife back in Montana. He was just an absentee father. He was just a shit father.
How many kids did he have?
Oh God, hang on.
We all know he's only had one wife, so I mean, we all know that. You know. Yeah, Professor Kakan, go on Amazon and just type in Chuck Tingle novels. I'm sure there'll be plenty on there for you to look at and have.
He had 7 children, in total, over 2 women. Because he never had kids with Sarah Northrop, who is Jack Parsons' girlfriend that he stole. But some of the kids were... Hold on. Now I got to pull up my Hubbard database. Please hold. Okay, so he had... Oh, I don't even have his kids written down. I have Suzette, Diana, Arthur, Quentin. I know I'm definitely missing some. I'm missing his first kid, L. Ron Hubbard Jr., who he had with Polly Grubb back in Montana. His nickname is Nibs. And that is the kid that is who L. Ron Hubbard was basically just giving Nibs speed. And Nibs was reciting what he was seeing in past lives and shit. And that's how the book, his Scientology, A History of Man was written. Yeah, he gave his kid drugs. Well, he wasn't a kid at the time. He was an adult, but still.
Still wild.
Oh, right. Alexis. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, Yeah, that was Sarah Northrop's kid. Holy shit. I completely forgot about Alexis. So second wife, the one that he had been married to bigamously with his first wife, had a kid, Alexis, and he at one point kidnapped Alexis, took her somewhere, I can't remember where, and then sent some kind of letter to his wife saying, something along the lines of like, he'd been trying to report her as a communist and try to get her institutionalized, but it wasn't really working. So he also threatened to cut up Alexis into little pieces.
What?
Yeah. Hold on. I think I can pull up the ransom letter. Hang on.
Hold on. What?
L. Ron Hubbard, Sarah Northrop, Alexis letter.
Antics wrote, didn't he try to abort him, or was that Quentin?
Say that again?
It's Antics. It says, didn't he try to abort him, or was that Quentin?
I have no idea who the attempted abortion was. Now it makes sense why he includes it in his fucking Dianetics book.
Right back.
Okay. Oh yeah, took her to Cuba.
Look, my meds are kicking in. I have to go to the bathroom. What do you expect? And I'm old.
Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'll explain fucking Quentin when she gets back.
We still doing the walk today?
In recognition of discoveries in the field, he was further honored with a place in the prestigious and invitation-only Explorers Club, and so went on to captain expeditions beneath 3 club flags. But the real point of such adventures was the fact he was mixing with life to fathom life. The first decisive breakthrough came in 1937, when he isolated the single common denominator between all living things, a dynamic principle of existence.
That dynamic principle of existence is one word: survive. That's it.
Jesus.
This was his groundbreaking discovery.
Oh, I bet.
It was recorded in a manuscript entitled Excalibur, and presented the basis for all future research into the mind and source of life.
There are only a few copies of Excalibur out there, but he did claim that Excalibur was basically the information in it was so mind-blowing that it drove men insane and caused them to kill themselves or something.
Well, then how are they going to be Scientologists?
But then came an interruption to that research: the Second World War. As he had since earned a rare Master Mariner's license to captain any vessel in any ocean, he received numerous recommendations for commission as a naval officer. In particular,
and numerous complaints after he shelled an uninhabited Mexican island and technically caused an active war against Mexico, and also wasted 3 days dropping submarine depth charges or depth charge explosives on a well-known magnetic deposit.
Yeah, that's all I got to say for that.
And there is a letter, basically.
Is that actually him right there in that?
Oh yeah, no,
that
that's
naval
him.
uniform?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
him.
That's his real naval uniform from, I guess, when he was in the Navy, right? I'm guessing.
Yep.
For all of how long?
No idea. I'd have to check.
he was
Based on this one says at least since 1941. But the question is, I don't know when he started going to the Oak Knoll Naval Hospital.
described discreet, loyal, honest, and without peer in the art of getting things done. So it was, Lieutenant L. Ron Hubbard commanded warships in both the Atlantic and Pacific. He was highly decorated for duties under fire, and ended his service in a
and firing upon places he shouldn't.
Military hospital where he was treated for wounds suffered in combat.
Bull. You had pink eye and ulcers. You did not see a goddamn day of combat, you piece of shit.
He was probably eating another man's ass on the ship, dude. Like, what do you think? How do you think he got fucking pink eye? There's only one other way. You're that close to other men. You're either sticking your finger in his asshole or you're eating his ass. That's the only way you're getting ass fucking shit on your fucking face to give you pink eye.
Well, what if he just wiped his ass and didn't wash his hands?
Either way, that's just as bad, in my opinion. Like, look, all I'm saying is for a man who claims to be 100% straight, he seems to have done quite a lot of gay shit that I've noticed. I swear, they might as well just talk about fucking sex magic. It'll make your life better. Might as well.
But that's also where he embarked on his final road of discovery. Working with injured servicemen who had failed to recover despite intensive medical care, he began employing all he had learned through the previous decades, spiritual principles from the East, as well as scientific methodologies from the West. What he then discovered were mental factors inhibiting recovery and preventing medicines from taking effect. And when in fact those mental blocks were addressed, the medicine began to work, and patients swiftly returned to health.
Yes, because my mental state is totally not affected by can be affected by medication or it's.
So they don't believe in any kind of drugs or anything that can help your mental state in any kind of way?
Nothing prescribed by a psychiatrist, at least. Anything with any kind of real psychotropic effects or psychoactive effects, they really tend to frown away from.
So for instance, like what if like shrooms and stuff, that's technically just something that just grows.
Drugs are bad. It's
drugs are bad.
Drugs
Okay.
are bad.
Drugs are bad. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Really? I mean, but do they believe in vitamins then?
Yes.
I just want to understand like where the science of shit from the outside world plays into their bullshit. Like at what point
it doesn't.
Like at what point can they say I trust the science of the iPhone or the fucking Android, but you know the fucking Earth is flat somehow? Like that's what they sound like to me. That's the equivalent. Like. Which is crazy because Hubbard was on tons of benzos. Yeah, he fucking talks like he is. Sometimes he takes a minute or two per word. I'm like, Jesus, dude. Like, I'm a fucking hippie, dude, and I smoke 24/7, and I still talk better than you do. That's bad. And technically, I'm less educated. That's sad.
Also claimed to be the first casualty of World War II being shot by the Japanese on Java, December 7th.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't I don't blame him. I would have shot at his ass first too. Fuck him. He was probably trying to sell him some bullshit. It wasn't Dianetics yet. It was fucking he probably had some other bullshit going
on. It was
on.
Excalibur.
Yeah, that's what it was. Excalibur.
He then continued refining procedures on people from all walks of life, actors and writers in Hollywood's film community, street gang members whom he treated as a special officer with the LAPD, even deeply troubled patients at a Georgia institution.
You let this man near people?
Why are they pointing out Savannah, like Alabama, Florida, whatever that is? I can't really
Savannah, Georgia, baby.
Savannah, Georgia. I can't really see that because I'm blind and blonde. What do you want? But yeah, why are they just pointing that out? Like, why is that?
That's where that mental institution was that he helped out at.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed that part somehow.
And so it was, having developed a workable technology of the mind, he authored a definitive text on the subject. A work detailing all underlying theory, discoveries, and techniques. That book was Dianetics,
I don't understand.
The Modern Science of Mental.
He chugged a pot of coffee and basically wrote it in 3 days nonstop in a manic episode.
That picture of him, go back. Oh, I'm gonna make
technology of the mind. He authored a definitive.
That's attractive to people. Like that can't be. There's no way. Look at him. He he looks like a retarded Macaulay Culkin that got hit with a shovel. Like that's not good. He even has the fucking mouse ears, dude. Like that's not attractive. I don't see how people could find that attractive. He was balding before he was like 12. Look at him.
My wife just over here roasting fucking Source.
fuck them, or better yet, don't.
Text on the subject, a work detailing all underlying theory, discoveries, and techniques. That book was Dianetics, The Modern Science of Mental Health, published on May 9th, 1950. It sparked...
It's a holiday in Scientology.
Really? Let me guess, that's the fucking holiday, the only holiday that they fucking celebrate?
No.
But, okay. Well, either way, the fact that they even celebrate this shit, oh my god.
Antic said Hubbard put butcher paper on a spool and often typed with that so he wouldn't have to stop. He was that obsessively writing.
That's crazy.
Popular enthusiasm and immediately hit the New York Times bestseller list for 26 consecutive weeks. As such, it was the biggest selling book on the mind ever written, and remains so today. Contained within was the discovery of the reactive mind, the hidden source of nightmares, unreasonable fears, upsets, and insecurity. Yet L. Ron Hubbard never considered Dianetics an end to his research, but rather a stepping stone to the discovery and isolation of that long elusive life source.
Yes, this is that book about how 7-year-olds should never be disgusted or grossed out by a kiss, even a passionate one.
And indeed, the techniques of Dianetics provided the means by which practitioners soon began discovering past lives. Pressing
These are legitimate demonstrations of auditing sessions without the e-meter.
And research even further came the accomplishment of what is known as exteriorization, demonstrating the spirit was indeed separable from the body and mind. The Scientology religion was born. Thereafter, L. Ron Hubbard delved ever deeper into the spiritual nature of man, documenting his discoveries in thousands of recorded lectures, articles, and books. While to present those discoveries, he literally circumnavigated the globe, and so churches of Scientology opened on 4 continents, headquartered at his long-term residence in southern England. Through ensuing years, L. Ron Hubbard continued advancing the subject until his passing in 1986. His legacy comprises tens of millions of published words and 3,000 recorded lectures. While with over 250 million copies of his books and lectures in circulation, he has inspired a movement spanning all continents and all cultures. So to those who would ask,
is that all of that shit that he's wrote right there in that one picture? Or like a good majority of it?
Tens of millions of published words and 3,000 recorded lectures. While with over 250 million copies of his books and lectures in circulation, he has inspired.
Don't you have those?
Spanning all continents and all cultures.
Right there to the left. Don't you have most of those?
So
those are like the lecture tapes.
These are the lecture tapes. I only have like 3 or 4 actual plastic cases of these, which means I only have like 1 or 2 series of lectures. There are many, many more that I do not own. The congresses, the advanced clinical courses, it's just all the shit. There's so much more that I don't have in person. But if you look over here,
yeah,
right here,
don't you have like a complete thing of some of the volumes?
These are the red vols. Yep.
I can't see
the green vols. Oh, hang on.
I can't see where you're pointing at.
Oh, right. Let me figure out how to look in the middle of the image. Do you see the red volumes?
Yes.
Look directly above the right-hand side of those volumes, the right-hand half of those volumes. You see all the little different colors at the bottoms of those books?
Yeah.
Those are the management volumes.
You don't have those.
Those are my greens.
Oh, so you do have them.
These are the blues. These are the R&D volumes, research and discovery volumes. There are not that many. There are like 14. They repeated that just to make the shelf full. What else? And then everything on the back too is probably just extra copies of lectures to make shit look full, or maybe it's housing all the ACCs. Who fucking knows? Whatever this book is down here, I'm not quite sure, but I don't think there's that many of it.
So to those who would ask, what kind of man could have founded the only major religion of the 20th century? The answer is simple enough. A man who lived life from the top down and the bottom up. A man who had seen much wisdom and great suffering. A man who spent a quarter of a century bridging the gap between East and West, science and religion. A man such as L. Ron Hubbard.
What? He bridged the gap between what? In what? For religion?
A man who had
what?
seen much wisdom and great suffering.
What gap?
A man who spent a quarter of a century bridging the gap between East and West, science and religion. A man...
What's the difference? Science is the fucking same.
Well, they're saying taking Western science and applying it to Eastern and combining it with Eastern religion. And
fucking same thing. Like, I don't that my brain's just going, it's the same.
Science ain't religion, baby.
No. But what I'm saying is whether you don't need to specify East or West, it's the same shit.
Well, back then you got to think about what everything was like over there in Asia and what it was like over here in like the 40s, 50s.
I guess. Fair enough. To me, it's just all the same shit.
But they completely skipped over his sex magic with Jack Parsons.
No, I bet.
They skipped over his second wife. They skipped over his first wife. They've skipped over his third wife, who went to jail for him because she worked for the Guardian's office during Operation Snow White. And who he just abandoned. He also has I think then Diana, his daughter Diana, had a granddaughter, Roanne, who lived at the base and actually had given
that makes sense, Andy.
money to Mark Headley.
Divided by Korean War at the time. Okay, that I get it. I mean, it makes sense to me, kind of.
Which is L. Ron Hubbard.
Still not attractive.
Oh, and I forgot his son Quentin, his third wife, Quentin was gay. He had autism for airplanes, by the way. But he ended up offing himself. And because he was like legitimately afraid of the Markabians, which was like a galactic confederacy or whatever. It's a space thing that they brought into the religion.
But if that's what Mr. Cruz has brought to this world, there still remains one more word on the man.
Oh, God.
Call it Tom Cruise on Tom Cruise Scientologist.
This is it. This is what the buildup was.
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn.
Oh my God.
Because a Scientologist
the fucking turtleneck.
He or she has the ability to...
You don't even know!
...create new and better realities.
That's bad.
And improve conditions. Being a Scientologist, you look at someone and you know absolutely that you can help them. So for me, it really is KSW, and it's just like, it's something
What the hell is that?
KSW is Keeping Scientology Working. It is a policy series, but most people refer to issue number 1 of that series because that is the document that is in the beginning of every single Scientology course you do, and it is repeated so many goddamn times, and it's the most fanaticism-inducing, cultish, like, hype of Scientology written on paper.
Isn't this a weird interview where he just starts laughing for no reason?
I don't mince words with that, you know, with anything that LRH does, but that policy to me has really gone, boy. And there's a time I went through and I said, you know what? When I read it, I just went, this is it.
You said what, though?
Exactly it. Being a Scientologist...
You were saying something.
When you...
What happened? You sound just like the man now. Jesus. You were literally halfway through saying you were going to say something.
Boy. And there's a time I went through and I said, you know what? when I read
You know
it,
what?
you know, I just
What? You said you know what?
He said, you know what? And then he went, pff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. He's like, you know what I said? What? No, man, you went, pff. You know what? What's a pff? Yeah, pff, as in it's bullshit. Pff, pff, get this out of my face. That's what that sounds like.
is exactly it. Being a Scientologist, when you drive past an accident, it's not like anyone else. As you drive past, you know you have to do something about it because you know you're the only one that can really help.
I've never seen anybody fucking stop on the side of the road and help nobody. Where the fuck they at? Where the fuck were they at when I was fucking broken down? God damn it. Like, the fuck?
1-800 Scientology towing service.
Right, dude? Like,
They're like OnStar. What's your present time problem?
But that's what drives me, is that I know that we have an opportunity and to really help for the first time, effectively change people's lives, and I am dedicated to that. I'm absolutely, uncompromisingly dedicated to that. The orgs are there to help, okay, but we as, you know, as also the public, it's like, we have a responsibility. It's not just the orgs. It's not just Dave Miscavige. You know, it's not just me. It's you. It's everyone out there kind of rereading KSW and looking at what needs to be done and saying, okay, am I going to do it or am I not going to do it? Period. And am I going to look at that guy or am I too afraid because I have my own out ethics to put in someone else's ethics? And that's all it comes down to. Because I won't hesitate to put ethics in on someone else, you know, because I put it ruthlessly in on myself.
I won't hesitate to put in ethics on somebody.
What does that mean?
Godfather.
What does that mean? Put in ethics. Explain like you're talking to a 5-year-old. What does he mean? Put ethics in other people? Like what?
So there's a book called Introduction to Scientology Ethics, and it contains a list of just a bunch of different topics. So let me please hold. 2007 Intro to Ethics. Share. Window. Bada bing, bada boom. Biba. This is the book.
That one?
This one.
Oh, God.
So it talks about 8 dynamics, ethics and justice, just like law and order, and like what the HCO division, not the HCO division, but like how you should ethically behave as a Scientologist. So they talk about blowing or leaving, justification and responsibility. Honest people have rights too. Clean hands make a happy life. OW write-ups, that's literally just write down all of your sins.
Clean hands make a happy life? What?
Hold on, let's get to page 53 and see what's there.
So hire a gunman then, right?
Hire a gunman.
I mean, clean hands, right? That's what I'm saying, right? Make other people do everything for you. Clean hands. I ain't doing shit.
For the first time,
I'm fucking happy to.
For the first time in the soggy stream that's history to the human race, it's possible that happiness exists. This goal, repeated many times and sought so heavily, has been ungraspable as sun motes, unattainable as a loved one's sigh. What makes mankind, basically good beings all, such strangers far to happiness? The rich man geysers out his wealth, the poor man peers in every crack. Wealth buys naught and crevices are bare. The child hopes he will realize it when grown, and grown wishes he were happy as a child. What the fuck is his terminology? Just the way he says this shit. We grasp it, but like Gossamer, it's not. We marry a most perfect girl or man, and then throughout our lives weep to make the other make us glad. Often sought, but seldom found, there are no riches, gems, or palaces as valued as mere happiness. But listen, here is happiness, just at our fingertips, awaiting only magic words. Start session. Start the auditing session.
Oh, God. Not that shit. I don't want to touch those cans. I don't know where they've been.
The only cans you don't want to touch?
I mean, I don't like the way you just said that at all. No, that's definitely the only cans for sure that I don't want to touch, guaranteed. I mean, you do own, so you own an e-meter, so that's fine though.
You realize you're at some point. I am gonna get you on that meter.
Yeah, we'll get there. We keep doing this, we'll get there eventually. Like I told you, you're teaching Scientology to a fucking 5-year-old. A 5-year-old. Jesus Christ.
A 5-year-old.
Yeah, fifth. That's what I feel like I drunk. Oh, we got this.
No, we don't.
Dude,
now imagine if we were in a course room together and the supervisor is watching us just laughing and shit. They're gonna come up to us and they're gonna be thinking we're all disrespectful.
Yeah.
We wouldn't last a minute in a course room.
Let's try to make it through this video now.
But like we walk through rain.
Babe, you're my.
Sorry, but like we walk through rain toward a banquet hall, our happiness in processing is gained by passing through the phantom shadows of our sins. Like just the language. What has made all man a pauper in his happiness? Transgressions against the mores of his race, his group, his family. So why are you not happy? Because you went through trauma? Bullshit. It's basically because you have sins. That's yeah. I feel like that's
okay.
How this is.
All right, back to the cruise. The guy that's like the end all
And
be
I
all.
think that
David's butt buddy.
I respect that in others. And I'm there to help, and we're here to help. And my opinion is that, look, you're either on board or you're not on board. Okay? But just, if you're on board just like the rest of us.
He's literally almost quoting KSW word for word right now. No original thought of his own, just Hubbard's words coming back.
Period. We are the authorities on getting people off drugs. We are the authorities on the mind. We are the authorities on improving conditions. Criminon, we can rehabilitate criminals. Way to happiness, we can bring peace and unite cultures. That once you know these tools and you know that they work, it's not good enough that I'm just doing okay. Traveling the world and meeting the people that I've met, talking with these leaders in various fields. They want help, and they are depending on people who know and who can be effective
from your home
and do it. And that's us. That is our responsibility to do that. It is the time now. Now is the time, okay? It is, being a Scientologist, people are turning to you, so you better know it. You better know it. And if you don't, go and learn it, but don't pretend you know it or whatever. It's like, we're here to help. I mean, if you're a Scientologist, you see life, you see things the way they are.
This would be post-auditing testimony, aka success stories, babe. And if someone does an auditing action or process, or I'll say auditing action, because there could be a lot of processes in an action, but once you finish something, you have to do a success story. And if you don't do a success story, then you don't have a completion. So people are literally basically forced to write down and give testimony kind of like this.
That's weird.
In all its glory.
And if you write a success story, it's looked at and inspected before it's approved.
And the more you know as a
or
Scientologist, you don't become overwhelmed by it. And I went, they said, so, like, have you met an SP?
No, No, because literally all of your staff are Sea Org. Well, a bunch of them are Sea Org, not your actual production company, but still your personal handlers.
I looked at them, you know, and I thought, oh, what a beautiful thing, because maybe one day it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day it will be that. Wow, SPs, like, they'll just read about those in the history books, you know? Thing is, I just go through.
Why? What? What? Why? The emotion there, I don't understand. And then he's just getting lost. Like, I'm lost now. I can't keep track of what the fuck, like, what? The SPs are gonna read about it in the history books, and then he laughs.
No, he said we're gonna read about SPs in the history books, basically saying that we're gonna get rid of them all.
All right, well, my ears are just as dyslexic as my eyes, so I don't know what to tell you.
That tech, and it's not how to run from an SP. It's PTSSP, how to shatter suppression, confront shatter.
What the hell was that? He just the fuck? You trying to talk to a cat? That's what he said. What the fuck did he say?
The thing is, I just go through that tech, and it's not how to run from an SP. It's PTSSP.
What did he just say right there?
It's PTSSP. So the course is called the PTS/SP course. PTS is potential trouble source, someone who is connected to a suppressive person and is being impacted by them.
Gotcha, I see.
And it's affecting their auditing.
Like I said, man, I don't know shit, so I'm gonna be asking a lot of weird questions.
That's fine, ask away.
How to shatter suppression, confront shatter suppression. You apply it.
Carmen, you've seen some of these protest videos, and you've been to a couple of our protests. Does it seem like Scientology staff know how to confront and shatter suppression, or do they just run away like little bitches?
Man, I haven't even really seen them except for like when we were down by Flag, but like they've showed up at the door like a couple times and poked their face out the window, and I mean, I still feel like they hire people to fucking follow us. I swear they do.
I'm just waiting for after a specific point in the future.
I also think that like they really just, I don't know how to explain they're so weird. They're more weird and then they are threatening. What are they gonna do, really? They're like the stoop kid. They can't fucking leave.
Carmen is PTS because I'm an SP. I think by this point, she's officially been considered an SP when we were with Bunker.
I think they're missing a letter. PTSD. That's more like what I am.
It's like, boom. Because they don't come up to me and do that. They won't do it to me. Not to my face, you know, or anywhere in my vicinity where they feel they can be confronted, you know. That's what I'm doing. Look, I wish the world.
So he literally just said they don't confront me to my face because they're all scared of you, buddy.
A different place. I'd like to go on vacation and go and romp and play and just.
You did it at Int. Fuck you. They planted an entire flower field for you, and I'm pretty sure it was Nicole.
Do that. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I want it to be, okay? That's how I would, you know, there's times I'd like to do that, but I can't.
Do what? I lost you. What?
Play and just.
Oh, that.
Do that. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I want it to be, okay? That's how I would, you know, there's times I'd like to do that, but.
And this is what they shared at the 2004 IAS fundraiser.
I know. I know. So. You know, what you know, I have to do something.
Dude, get the words out.
you know, you can sit here and wish it was different, and then you look at it and you go, okay, this is it. All right, okay. And there's that moment where
You sounded enthusiastic, and now you look confused, and then now you're like, I'm
going
more
down
confused,
tone.
Like I don't understand what's happening. My brain is confused by like all of everything. Like he's overacting.
He's going down the tone scale.
You know, I have to do something, don't I? Yeah, I really have to do it because I can't live with myself if I don't. And that really is it. I don't care if someone thinks it's hard or easy. You're either helping and contributing everything you can, or you're not.
Again, he's quoting KSW. You're not allowed to be half-minded as a Scientologist or open-minded. It is literally considered negative to be open-minded in Scientology. So he's literally saying it's all or nothing.
Okay. Because I'm carrying my load. All right. And only that, as much as I'm carrying, I still feel like I gotta do more.
What, and you're gonna go dump it in a fish?
There's still a thing of, let's go. You can just see the look in their eyes. You know the ones that are doing, you know, and you know the spectators who are the ones that are going, well, it's easy for you, or what am I doing? And it's just, that thing is, I've canceled that in my area.
I saw that head tilt of like, what the fuck is the way he used that word?
Canceled what?
The suppression, probably.
He canceled the suppression. Cool. How?
I still feel like I gotta do more. All right? There's still a thing
Sounds like
of,
a cult.
let's go. You can just see the look in their eyes.
Hello,
you know
Irish
the ones
Mark.
that are doing, you know, and you know the spectators who are the ones that are going, well, it's easy for you, or what am I doing? And it's just, that thing is, I've canceled that in my area. It's like, man, you're either in or you're out. That's spectatorism, and it's something that is, we have no time for it now. So it's our responsibility to educate, create the new reality. You know, we have that responsibility to say, hey, this is the way it should be done. Because we do it this way, and people are actually getting better. And let's get it done. You know, let's really get it done and have enough love, compassion, and toughness.
And hello, Irish.
That you're gonna.
Bye, Antics. Have a good day.
And do it right. And I have to tell you something. I really, it is, you know, it's rough and tumble, and it's wild and woolly, and it's a blast. It's a blast.
A lot of buzzwords.
It really is fun. Because damn it, there's nothing better than to going out there and fighting a fight, and suddenly you see things are better. I want to know that I've done everything I could every day. And I think about those people out there who are depending on us. And,
is Tom Cruise the biggest donor?
And it does make me feel like...
Not even close.
I was curious.
But, trying to think of who the big donors are. Hold on.
Oh, it was lovely having you here, Antics. Yeah, Antics. Jesus Christ. Fucking slurred there.
So,
Almost had a stroke.
if we go all the way down to... Biba.
Sorry, I was getting messages.
No, it's all right.
What? What's going on?
That's just in like a recent magazine issue or a recent IAS issue.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's how much that family donated.
That's crazy.
I think that might be the total amount that the voice of Bart Simpson has donated. Nancy Cartwright.
figure out more work. I need more help. You know, get those spectators either in the playing field or out of the arena. You know, that's how I feel about it. I do what I can.
Oh, Holly. Antics freaking loves you. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, I told you she's my adoptive mother.
Oh man.
I'm her daughter squirrel.
I'm starting to like Antics even more now. She seems fucking amazing.
She is. Everyone is. 350 million at least. Oh, Patricia
Holy
Duggan.
shit.
Well,
that's crazy.
Yeah, while the couple collectively donated over $360 million during their marriage, Trish Duggan has continued to be the primary financial supporter in recent years. So Patricia was married to Robert. Robert was a billionaire venture capitalist.
Okay.
He previously stated that his personal donations far exceeded the $360 million figure cited by Forbes.
The way I do everything. There's nothing part of the way for me. It's just...
And that's that.
Yeah, that. I don't even know what to make of that. I'm gonna be honest.
I am trying to load up the one I load. Sorry, I'm just focused on other shit. Hang on. Events. I'll do this, and I will do... where the fuck? If I do this, it's going to pick us up twice. So just mute and then raise your hand when you say something, and then I'll pause the video.
Okay.
Actually, I think we should be good. I just cannot hear you. So hang on.
I'm not talking.
No, I know. I'm just saying. We'll use my my mic for it, I think. Anyway. But let me know if you can hear this.
Come to the final award for this evening. And befitting this 20th anniversary, this one is reflective of all the IAS has stood for these past 2 decades. Indeed, what I'm about to present truly stands as the 20th anniversary Freedom Medal winner.
I can hear.
On the one hand, it's because it's an individual who has relentlessly worked across all sectors where LRH Tech is employed and for which Freedom Medals are earned. Religious freedom, overcoming governmental oppression, bringing an end to psychiatric abuses, injecting LRH Tech into society, and disseminating Scientology itself. Yes, the whole panoply. But that really doesn't say it all. For the real picture, I return to what I referenced at the start of this evening. Responsibility. In keeping Scientology working, LRH laid down the standard. When somebody enrolls, consider he's joined for the duration. That is the responsibility every...
I can already see why he managed to get control, because he's already, like, I'm more captivated by this man than LRH, by far. And I'm not even really hearing what he's saying because it sounds like gibberish. But still, he already sounds more interesting. I could see how he's the man that ended up at the top.
personal stakes involved. But now let's take it one step further. How much responsibility can one take? Look at it this way. If a Scientologist is a street sweeper, it is his responsibility to apply Scientology to his zone and whoever he may interact with. And no, it's not an option, not if he's a real Scientologist. And when his head hits the pillow each night, he'd better know he did all he could. Yes, all manner of reasons could exist to not do so, but let's face it, he might be able to fool others, but not himself. Similarly, a housewife has the same responsibilities for her family and extending out to the school her children attend and so forth. Then again, a corporate executive. It isn't a matter of simply being a wise member or a this member
Wait, did
or
he
a that
just
member.
admit that Scientology is more of a business than a religion?
Might be able to fool others, but not himself.
I
Similarly,
swear
a
I misheard.
housewife has the same responsibilities for her family. And when his head hits the pillow each night, he'd better know he did all he could. Yes, all manner of reasons could exist to not do so, but let's face it, he might be able to fool others, but not himself. Similarly, a housewife has the same responsibilities for her family and extending out to the school her children attend and so forth. Then again, a corporate executive. It isn't a matter of simply
Did he
being
just
a
equate
wise
all
member
of that
or
same
this
shit to a corporate executive? Did he just
No,
be
he's
like,
referring
like,
to he's referring to people in Scientology who happen to be corporate executives.
Okay.
Of like their own
Alright,
companies and shit. That's
I
why he's
was-
gonna
I
mention
was gonna
wise.
say- All right, that's why I was like, wait, what? It just, I don't know. My brain definitely misinterpreted all of that.
member or a that member. When you
So much
stepped on the
gibberish.
path and had your first cognition, you also became a part of the urgent mission to carry it forth. But let's take
Yeah,
it
word
another
phrasing.
step. How much does one have to do to take responsibility for doing all he can? It's easy to see that the zone of influence of the
There's a
corporate
military
executive
with that
could be
same
greater
logo.
than the housewife, which in turn
it's
could
be
be
all you
greater
can be.
than the street sweeper. That may not seem fair, but neither is life.
Whoa,
And
go
it
back
has
like
zero to do-
literally just to the start of that, like less than 10 seconds.
Does one have to do to take responsibility for doing all he can? It's easy to see that the zone of influence of the corporate executive could be greater than the housewife, which in turn
The general figure of a corporate executive, the general image. of a
I
corporate executive.
understand, but what he's saying is that may not be fair, but neither is life. That's the same. Oh my god, that is like one of the worst mentalities you could think of, because it's like you're basically saying that because you're doing this, you're above everybody else. Like fuck you, no, you're not.
Literally how Scientology portrays itself.
So it's like they treat themselves like they're like a military ladder. Like I'm
The
above
Sea Org,
you,
yeah.
now you must do what I say.
That's
what it
just
sounds
how
like.
management
And it
works.
also sounds like they definitely like they don't put women as equals with everybody else.
No. False.
They don't.
Women
That's
can
what it
hold
seems
any
like.
position in Scientology. There are tons of female executives.
I don't know. But like the way he's describing that, it sounds like he's trying to put them at the end, like they're the.
He's saying that the stereotype of a housewife
get
is
it.
lower than the stereotype of a businessman or an executive.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the 50s mentality
I get
stuck back in this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
could be greater than the street sweeper. That may not seem fair, but neither is life. And it has zero to do with what others might say. No, it rests on one's own shoulders, and it's the individual himself who must know he's doing his part and all he can do. After all, you have to live with yourself, and when your head hits your pillow, it is you who you must live with. Bearing that in mind, the street sweeper, the housewife, the corporate executive, well, what happens when your zone of influence is the global stage? How much must one do to call themselves a Scientologist? How much so that when their head hits the pillow, they can live with themselves, knowing they did all they could do?
About 15 hours, or no, 12 and a half hours of auditing or study per week. That's the usual schedule.
How does a street sweeper go global? He's got to go sweep in Europe next? Like, I mean, Canada?
I suspect he has dental issues. He didn't have that angular mouth delivery when he was 17.
That is our final story this evening.
They say David
It's a
Miscavige
story
does look like shit
that
now
affects
without his
every
makeup.
Scientologist, for all of us are the beneficiaries of what he presents. And that is why it is my honor to present our first Freedom Medal of Valor to the most dedicated Scientologist I know.
Of course, it's
There
Tom,
is a
isn't it?
worldwide arena where
He's
the
the only
game is
one with
played
this,
for
right?
the fate of whole populations. Where one side schedules entire generations for psychiatric drugging. And marks 5 million more for lethal, toxic exposure.
Oh my god.
Also on the board, scores of nations.
Oh, ignoring the quality issues of the video.
I don't care about the quality.
This type of video is what Base is producing, what Golden Era Productions was producing, where Mark and Claire were Mark was working at Gold, Claire was at RTC, but where Mark was working, a motorcycle almost run off the road guy. This is what he was doing. He was helping produce these videos and shit, and these events.
No workable technology will even be permitted. And plans in play to keep people so re-stimulated they can barely envision a future, much less consider the eternal scope of Scientology. But there's someone on the other side of that global arena, someone advancing Scientology on a fully epic scale to a very different future. And he is Class 4 OT7, Platinum Meritorious, and IAS Freedom Medal of Valor winner, Tom Cruise!
What year was this?
Biggest movie star in the
04.
world.
The biggest film star in the world.
The biggest movie star in the world, and a really, really nice guy.
Let's all take a deep breath because Tom Cruise is here!
The killer, Tom Cruise!
The man, the legend, Tom Cruise!
Damn, they really use him as leverage.
And while it doesn't get any hotter than under the lights on a global stage where every move translates into countless impressions, what he does on that stage is another
being this
matter
weirdly
entirely.
laggy.
For with
It's
that
just how
kind
it
of
is.
influence also comes an individual
Like, I don't know why
responsibility
Golden Era Productions
experienced by
decided
only
to
the
do all
rare
these
few
skip
in
shots.
history. And for those who own up to it, well, that's the story of Tom Cruise, Scientologist.
A Scientologist is someone who can look at the world and really see what it is. Not only look at it and see it, but be able to go and be effective and do something about it. And someone who's not asking permission to do that. Why ask permission? We are the authorities.
And nothing says that better than the Mr. Cruise response to the wake-up call in the aftermath of 9/11. Now, of course, if you're Tom Cruise, just lending your name to a cause can generate more energy than most people hope for in a lifetime. But he never merely...
That video is like 25, almost 30 minutes long.
They fucking salute each other?
God, just fucking make out already. Jesus Christ. Just take it off screen.
Thank you.
That's sad.
What's sad?
Irish Mart. Davey makes Tom look tall.
Yeah.
And Tom's only like 5'6".
And I'm sure Dave was wearing like shoe inserts to make himself a little taller in this.
That's what I'm saying. It's too funny.
Actually, if you hang on, if I go to events and I go to...
All right, I will be right back.
Okay, 2004 IAS event, what we're watching right now. I don't got much in there. Damn it. Me. It's not worth it. The Duggins. Comments. Polygrub. I'm gonna... Actually, yeah, I gotta hit the bathroom too. Just like later in the day.
Yeah. I'll do the outro with you.
All right, everybody. We will be back for part 2 at some point later in the day. And Thank you, Carmen, for coming on to this and joining me today for this.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad I was actually able to do this. I mean, I don't know much. I really don't know what's happening most of the time. And, you know, I'm going to be saying a lot of outlandishly dumb shit because, again, I don't know anything about Scientology like that. So, but it's been fun, you know. Hopefully we'll get to do it again soon.
Absolutely.
And, thank you for joining us, everybody.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Irish. Thank you. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Antics. Thank you.
You got Professor Kakon.
I already got them.
All right.
I think I got it.
Either way, well, I'm gonna hop off. Have fun. It was fun being here.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, commenters. Peace out.